investigations into that. But Jonathan Lemire, how disturbing, and what can you tell us about the fact that these Secret Service agents, who, again, the Secret Service, somehow off the record, calling Cassidy Hutchinson a liar, calling everybody else. It's kind of where, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to believe me or your lying eyes? Is basically the message that the Secret Service is saying off the record. And now, my God, the Inspector General demands text messages from January 5th and January 6th, which would tell us what the president was planning to do. And they erase them. This is not a bureaucratic snafu. They knew. And by the way, they're smart enough to know, and their lawyers are smart enough to know, when you get a request for records, that's not the time to delete them.
Well, since when do things get deleted?
There have to be legal consequences to that. But what can you tell us, Jonathan, about this just extraordinary story about how it appears the Secret Service is trying to cover for Donald Trump?
Yeah, this was a pretty dubious explanation of a routine maintenance there for the Secret Service phones. It happens to be the 2 days the Inspector General was requesting, January 5th and 6th. And I do think, look, there are some very pro-Trump-friendly elements in the Secret Service who remain to this day. And to be clear, the vast majority of agents, perform their jobs admirably with great profession. It's a very tough job, and they do it very well. And executives and officials from both parties say so. But Trump, as you noted, politicized a lot of law enforcement, and there were a lot of police officers, a lot of federal agents, and yes, Secret Service agents who were very pro-Trump during his time in office. And we know that they came under great scrutiny after Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony. She said that Trump, after finishing his speech at the Ellipse, was in the presidential SUV and demanded to be driven to the Capitol along with the crowds that eventually would become the rioters. And there is video, has emerged, of him having, at minimum, what we would declare an animated conversation with agents in the front seats. You can't see him necessarily reaching for the steering wheel, which is what Cassidy Hutchinson said she was told he did, made clear that it was secondhand. But at minimum, there was a heated exchange in that presidential SUV. And we know then, since then, a number of Secret Service agents have not put their names to it, but have said off the record that, no, she's wrong, this didn't happen, it's a lie. And that also defies credulity right now. And I also just want to mention the name Tony Ornato, who was the head of the Secret Service detail of the President Trump, who then moved into the White House in the West Wing as a deputy for operations, a senior advisor to the president. He's someone still in the Secret Service now, and he's the one, Cassidy Hutchinson has said, told her that this heated exchange in the SUV had happened. His credibility has been questioned repeatedly by other Trump officials, including for his misleading recounting of what happened in Lafayette Square Park when the president tried to clear it on June 1st after the George Floyd riots in order to have a photo op at a church. So there's a lot of questions right now the Secret Service needs to answer, an agency, frankly, whose credibility has been really damaged in recent years.
Well, who knows? Maybe he's close enough to Donald Trump that he wants to commit perjury and go to jail, and hope that his buddy will go to jail and meet him there. Because, Mika, right now, this is beyond outrageous. It's beyond outrageous what's going on with the Secret Service. It's outrageous, the lies that they're telling behind the scenes. It's outrageous, again, that the Inspector General says, I asked for these texts on January 5th and January 6th, and they deleted them after the request.
Well, and I'll go further, and I don't understand an organization that is involved with the highest level of security in the United States of America that would just wipe phones and not download the contents and then update them.
Especially for January 5th and January the 6th. You know that people are going to want the text messages and the text exchanges for those 2 days, two of the most significant days. This is like, actually, if there were text messages and emails, this would be like FDR's administration going out to the guy that was running the radio tower saying, please, if you could, preserve all of your electronic emails and correspondence from, December 6th and December 7th, 1941, so we can see what happened. And then they destroy them. That's exactly what happened.